Who's ready to get their hands dirty and do some summer cleaning? This girl. Today I'm showing you some hacks, tips, and tricks for how to get your home looking, feeling, and smelling nice. Best of all, we're gonna make some copycat DIY cleaning recipes that work and have a scent just like some of my favorite Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day all-purpose cleaners. Today I'm gonna make an imitation of lemon verbena and lavender. So, roll up your sleeves, everyone, and let's get cleaning together. Or if you don't feel like cleaning, just put up your feet and relax and get some inspiration for when you do feel in the mood. Either way, I am so glad you're here, and let's get cleaning together.
Come a little closer, I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower, what it is you do.
Real talk, as I'm cleaning, do you ever watch those clean with me videos, maybe on YouTube or somewhere else, where you're pretty sure they hired a professional cleaner before they even filmed their clean with me video because their kitchen, their house looks so spotless? That is definitely not the case here. As you can see, my kitchen was a big mess. This is really what my sink and my stove and my countertop get to look like real life people. A real family lives here who eats 3 meals a day in here, and it gets dirty. Thank goodness for cleaning products that do a good job. Before I clean anything, it is necessary to do a declutter, and I'm getting my kids here to help me put everything away so that I have kind of a tidied surface to clean. One of the very first things I'm gonna do here is get my range soaking because there's some really hard stuck on stuff there. I'm simply using dish soap and a bunch of hot water that I'm just pouring. And then I'm gonna take my scrub brush and just work that in a little bit and then let it soak while I do the rest of the kitchen. Do you guys have a gas range or electric? This is our first home where I've had a gas range, and I must admit, I love it. Moving on to our sinks, I like to use baking soda and some vinegar just to deodorize the sinks. They can get awfully stinky. I don't know about your place. And this is a real good way to do that before I even hit it with the more powerful cleaner. By the way, please don't think as you're watching this that I am the main cleaner in this home. I'm not. In our home, it's a team effort. Once a week, actually, usually Saturday mornings, all of us, 8 of us, spend about 1 hour deep cleaning. So multiplying that out, if one person was doing our home, it would take 8 hours. And who has time for that? Why expect one person to do it all when you can all easily pitch in? So I'm doing this cleaning video because I tend to keep my kids and husband off camera as much as possible to respect their privacy. But believe me, we are not about, that the mom or the women are supposed to do the cleaning in the home. Far from it. So whoever you are, whatever gender you are, whatever age you are watching today, I hope you can have fun cleaning with me. And now I'm going to use that lemon verbena DIY cleaner. By the way, if you do not have the time or inclination to make your own cleaner and you just want this scent, I will link it below. I do love the original by Mrs. Meyer, so I'll link that below for you and on my Amazon affiliates. This is the first home where I've had a tile backsplash, and it is life-changing. No more like stickiness and grease on paint trying to get it out behind your sink or behind your stove. I love how scrubbable tile is, and you can see how dirty my cloth has gotten just from that sink alone. Gross. What kind of countertops do you guys have? You might think looking at mine that I have a marble countertop, but sorry, that's too rich for my blood, at least this point in my life. And this is actually high definition laminate. And our whole kitchen cost under $1,000 to do the countertops this way, and I love them. I never have to worry about ring marks or stains or burns or anything like that. Laminate holds up so well and is super easy to clean.
fill my head with roses. I can't help but.
Okay, small break time. I am not one of those people that can just clean their house for hours and hours on end, like a marathon. I was always bad at endurance sports, and cleaning is probably no different. So if you're cleaning with me, take a little drink break, and I'm gonna show you right now how I made the lemon verbena homemade cleaner that is just like Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day. And a little later on, when I move to different rooms of the house, I'm going to be doing the lavender cleaner, which is probably my personal favorite. So for this recipe, you're gonna want a fresh lemon or lemon juice bottled from the store, whichever you have on hand, essential oils, lemon essential oil, and lemongrass essential oil, as well as vinegar and water. You can see here my Anjou essential oil kit that I got on Amazon. It's really good quality and way less expensive than like Young Living and some of the other more pricey oils out there. I'll link it below for you too. 2 cups of water go into the mix. 1/4 cup of white vinegar. And then juice from about half a lemon, so that's gonna be about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And again, just use store-bought if you don't have a fresh lemon on hand. I like to strain it through this little thing. And then your essential oils. You're gonna have 3 drops of lemon essential oils, and then 3 drops of lemongrass essential oils. All of the essential oils I'm using today are in that Anjou kit that's linked below. I like to give it a nice whisk. And then you'll find that this amount pretty much perfectly fits in an empty Mrs. Meyer's all-purpose spray bottle, or whatever spray bottle you have on hand if you don't have this one. Oh, you guys would not believe how fresh this smells. It's such a good job, as you'll see when I'm cleaning, at getting that grease. You guys see the sticky fingerprints all over our cupboard doors. Hands up, who has a kitchen that looks like this? If you do, put the thumbs up below so I'm not alone. Especially the kids make such a mess. Like, why don't they use the handles to open and shut the doors? I don't understand. So this cleaner's really good on any surface, including your kitchen cupboard doors. One of the reasons I also like to make my own is if you are allergic to synthetic fragrances, some of the store-bought, like Mrs. Meyer's cleaners, you may find you get a headache or are sneezy with. And when you can make your own with this DIY recipe, it eliminates a lot of those chemicals that might cause sensitivity. What you putting in? Night and day difference with my drawers there. I just can't believe how clean they came. And the white looks much whiter. I also use this cleaner on stainless steel. You guys, you don't have to buy a special stainless steel cleaner for your appliances. All-purpose works just fine, and as you'll see, it's streak-free, ends up looking beautiful. If your house is anything like mine, you need to wipe down your appliances often. All right, we're going back to the stove after all that cleaning. So I'm just taking my Pampered Chef scrub brush and giving it a really good scrub. And you'll see the reason I like this brush is because on the end it has like a silicone end that you can flip over and really scrape some of the stuck on stuff, but it's not going to be abrasive like steel wool would be. So I really like it because it doesn't damage things, and I love it for scrubbing pots and pans as well.
Work every day.
And now I'm just taking my claws and soaking up all that water. Oh man, look how disgusting that is, you guys. My range was so dirty. I would say I'm embarrassed, but I know you all have the same issues at your home, right?
There must be conscience, different things in different ways. There must be love. There
By the way, if you're new here, welcome. I didn't really introduce myself, but I'm Jenn, and I hope as you watch today, you'll learn something new about ways you can save money and time. And if you like what you see, maybe subscribe for even more content for living on less. And now I'm just gonna go at my oven with the lemon verbena cleaner once again. It does a really good job of getting off all of those grease stains and splatters and fingerprints. Putting tile all the way up the wall behind my range has been a lifesaver. If you have an option to do that where you are, I highly recommend just tiling that entire wall.
must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience, different things in different ways. There must be more to the reason why we do it all for love. There must be more for a reason and a little.
And are you team tea or team coffee? I'm definitely team tea. I love to get a good scrub on my tea kettle. And look at this cloth, like way worse from the range. The kitchen is looking so much better. It smells so good. The kids were commenting in the other room how good everything smelled while I was cleaning, and it just sparkles. Love it. It feels so good to get this done. We're gonna tackle scrubbing down some bedrooms next, and for bedrooms, I really find that the lavender scent is amazing. It not only gets things super clean, but it also is really relaxing. Lavender promotes like relaxation, a good night's sleep. So that's what we're going to use in the bedrooms, and I'm gonna show you in just a minute how I make the lavender DIY cleaner. And let me tell you, I had so much fun making this cleaner, so I'm really excited to show it to you guys in just a minute. The rule around our place is that kids always make their own beds and clean up their own clothes and toys in their rooms. I never, ever, ever do that for them. I don't know what your opinion is on that. Whether you have kids or you don't, I'm sure you have an opinion on this tactic, but we just really want to raise our kids that when they are on their own someday with a roommate or a spouse, that they don't expect somebody else to clean up after them. That's why the bed isn't made maybe perfectly. It's because the kids do it. Okay, I'm about to clean my daughter's mirror, and to answer your question, yes, you can totally use a homemade cleaner for that. It does not have to be Windex. This cleans glass beautifully, no streaks.
One night, but if you wanna cry, just let it out. I'm by your side now. Just hold on a bit more, 'cause
True story, this was my desk in my bedroom growing up, and my daughter now uses it. I've painted it since then, but it's not like it's made of like fake wood cardboard, still holding up fine. And this is my other daughter's bedroom. She's a lot more artistic. She's really into sentimental items. She wants to go to Paris someday, so it's kind of a French theme in her room.
you can be brave, brave, brave. I know you can be brave, brave, brave. I know it did.
In designing this home, we tried to use every spare bit of storage space we could. So this is actually a stairway up to our attic, and we used that dead space to make shelving and a closet. This shelf holds one of my favorite little items. My husband, on his very first work trip he went to Europe on when my daughter was a baby, he brought back this little wooden music box, and she just loves it. Okay, I need a break. Told you I have no stamina. So let's talk all about how to make this DIY lavender cleaner. Now you can make this in two different ways. One is if you have access to actual lavender in your backyard like I do, I'm going to show you really quickly how to make your own lavender oil. The second way is to just use lavender essential oil, which is totally cool too, you guys. My herb garden is one of my favorite spots in our yard, and this is a lavender plant we've had for a number of years. So I'm just using my kitchen shears to hack off a whole bunch of lavender stems. And you'll see here that I got quite a bit. But don't worry, it'll all grow back. So gather a good amount into a bowl and then bring it inside, and what you're going to do is try to get all the buds off of the stem. That was an epic fail by me. So we'll do it the right way here in slow motion, you guys. So just work away at it. It's kind of a fun thing to get kids to help with too, and your hands are going to smell delicious when you're done. You can see I got quite a large amount. You're gonna set that aside somewhere to dry out for several days until it's like 100% dry. And here is what it looks like after it's been sitting to dry out for a number of days. It's a little more gray. So I'm gonna take like a mason jar, but whatever container you have, just put all of your dried buds in that jar. And you'll see here, I got my jar about half full. And then you need a carrier oil. So I'm using grapeseed oil, but you could use olive oil, sweet almond oil, coconut oil, whatever you'd like, as long as it's an oil that's not going to be harmful if you ingest it. So you can see here I cover the buds with about 2 inches of oil and then set it in a really sunny, warm location. After 10 days, your oil should be ready and you are ready to make your homemade cleaner. So I use my fine sieve again and just pour the oil in. Look at me making a mess, like there's oil all over the sides. What am I doing? Hold it up from the jar so that it goes through in a nice stream. And you'll see that it kind of has a lovely color to it. Take a spoon and really squish all the oils out of your buds. And you can see here, it looks like a small amount, but actually it's quite a lot when you consider that a little goes a long way. So we're going to start once again with 2 cups of water, 1/8 of a cup of vinegar this time, less vinegar than the recipe before. And then you're going to use about a teaspoon of your lavender oil. If you're using an essential oil of lavender, do about 5 to 10 drops. Then we're going to add 10 to 15 drops of tea tree oil. This has really good antibacterial properties. Whisk it up again and fill up that bottle. This is such a relaxing scent, you guys. You've got to try it out. And then I like to just display them on a pretty tray in the kitchen. Nobody has to know that the ingredients cost you like 50 cents instead of $6 worth of stuff in that bottle. Nobody needs to know, and it looks so cute in your kitchen. So next I'm moving on to the kids' bathrooms. Do you guys find your kids get toothpaste and soap all over their vanities constantly? It makes me kind of annoyed.
Happiness requires work every day. Oh, and if that someone makes you smile, it leaves you with a scar.
Now we're doing the steps, and I just wanted to show you that this is totally safe to use on finished wood surfaces. And I'm doing my banister here. I know that a full wood banister is not the in-style thing right now. A lot of people are doing wrought iron or glass railings. But you know what? Ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved when I walk into an old farmhouse and see a dark wood railing. And so that's the look we were going for. I just wanted like an antique curved wood staircase that made me feel like it was a farmhouse from the 1800s. And I say, guys, do what makes you happy. Don't be someone who cares about the latest trends, because then you're just gonna have to replace it down the road when the trends change. That was so fun. Spoiler alert, I'm gonna be having some more Clean With Me videos for every season of the year coming up, where I'm gonna take the Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day all-purpose cleaner and make an imitation. We're gonna do apple cider for fall, Iowa pine for winter, peppermint for Christmas, basil for spring. I cannot wait to show you how I make some of these homemade cleaners, and also to have you guys come along with me to clean different rooms of the house every time I do a Clean With Me video. So make sure you click the notification button so that you don't miss those videos, okay? Thanks for coming along for the ride with me, everyone, and I hope that you have been inspired to do some therapeutic cleaning of your own. And here are some more videos of mine to the side that you might enjoy watching next. So I will see you there, guys. For the least, this is Jen.
I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure